Good morning, boys and girls. Today's Tuesday, which means that we are working on our word sorts. So I'm going to go through a few words that we built together yesterday, and I'm just going to have you reread these words before we sort them. Are you ready? All right. The first word is club. The next word is brush. Next we have flung. The next word is tug. The next word is string. Next we have shine. And then we are back to the beginning.
Now, when I look at these words all side by side, I'm starting to notice some patterns. Are you? What are you noticing about some of these words? Maybe some things that they share in common. Maybe it's just one single word, but you notice a pattern that stands out to you. Maybe you've seen it before. What are you noticing about these words? Well, why don't we work on sorting them together, and I'll introduce to you this week's patterns.
Now, again, when I look at these words side by side, I'm noticing some patterns. And the first one that stands out to me is actually one that we talked about yesterday when we were building words. And that's that digraph that makes the sh sound. So, can anyone remember what letters make the sh sound? What do you think? SH, you're right. And I'm seeing that digraph at the end of the word brush and at the beginning of the word shine. So I'm thinking that those words belong together in this word sort. So I'm going to go ahead and put them over here. And then I'm going to look through my patterns for this week, and I'm going to see if, in fact, sh is one of our spelling patterns. It's our very first spelling pattern. So if you guessed this digraph was going to be one this week, you were exactly right. Great job noticing that spelling pattern. Now, when I look at the rest of the words, I actually don't really see anything that they share in common, but I am noticing some spelling patterns anyway, and mostly I'm noticing them at the end of the words. So, for example, in the word club, I can see that it ends with ub. So that one's going to be all on its own. And the spelling pattern for that is, of course, going to be UB. And notice that UB is at the end of the word. It's usually going to be at the end of a word. And I have three more words. So I have flung, string, and tug. Again, they don't really share patterns in common, but they kind of look similar. For example, string has the ending ing, and then flung has the ending ung, so they almost look alike, but they are not exactly the same, because in flung, I'm hearing and in string, I'm hearing st, ing. So one of our patterns this week is ung, like in the word flung. And then the other spelling pattern for this week is ing, like I see in the word string. And then we have one final spelling pattern this week, and it is in the word tug. Tap your head if you think you know what the spelling pattern is in the word tug. If you said UG, you are exactly right. So let's go ahead and move this up in our word sort. Now, as you're working on your word sorts today in spelling at home, make sure that you are sorting your words very carefully into the appropriate categories. Now remember, word sorts are really important because the more patterns that we store in our brains, the better that we become at reading, writing, and spelling. Good luck!